Do you have any dating principle acting as a guidance to helping you navigate through the dating process? One of the most common mistakes that I see from professional and even very successful women when they put themselves out there is that they don't taking the time to develop their own dating principles. No wonder they keep being ghosted, they keep meeting the wrong people, and they feel emotional burnout because their time is being wasted. So you don't need to repeat the same mistake, or you don't need to experience that. My recommendation is to taking the time, get to know yourself and develop your own dating principle. Because when you have dating principles in place, you're going to be able to filter out the genuine interest. And that also means you're going to weed out the players, right? And you show other people how to treat you. That is a key for you to enable your chance of success in the dating process. If this is the first time you visit my channel, my name is Ngan. I am the Transformation and Relationship Coach. I empower professional and successful women in their love life in attracting a loving, lasting, fulfilling relationship that they truly desire. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 key principles that you want to adopt to enhance your success in the dating process. And I strongly recommend you to take notes, because if you haven't get the outcome that you want, maybe you want to take a different actions. So let's dive in. I also have my note to share with you. The first principle, I would assume that you want to meet a guy, a man, or male, right? You are the woman, you want to meet a guy, man, male, and you want to attract a masculine man. So the first principle, if he asks you out, he pay. Why is that important? So the mindset that you have as a high-value woman or professional woman, you must value yourself. And when somebody wants to get to know you, they have to pay a price for that. It doesn't mean something very fancy. I would recommend to do something very simple. Go out for the coffee, go for a walk in the park, create an opportunity to have a conversation with each other and to get to know another person. So keep the dating simple and mainly keep the main focus on the other person. But somebody wants to get to know you, they gonna have to pay for that. And imagine one of the analogy, my favorite analogy to share with you, imagine that you have a diamond ring, right? This is my engagement ring. So if you have a diamond ring and you meet a stranger and they say, oh, can I borrow that? And you just easily lend them a diamond and also, pay them the price for them to wear the ring. Does that really make sense, right? So if you truly value yourself, you have something special to offer, you have something to bring to the table, then if somebody wants to meet you, they want to ask you out and they have to pay for that. So that is the first principle. And why is that also beneficial for you and your potential dates? It also requires them to be selective in who they want to meet. Because if it doesn't cost them anything to meet you, then why do they need to be valuable the time that they spend with you, right? So that's principle number 1. Principle number 2, this is so controversial and yet is very, very important. No sex before exclusive. Now, what do I mean? The dating process have a different status, right? So you meet someone to assess whether they are suitable for you or not. And then at some point, you agree to be on an exclusive relationship with them. So my principle, my advocacy for professional women in magnetic women mastery community is no sex before exclusive. Because sooner women have sex with a guy that she just get emotional attached to him. It's something that in nature of a woman. And if the guy doesn't need to prove himself, doesn't need to do anything special to earn the right to have sex with you, why do he need to value you, right? So, and also when you have sex with someone, it can blind your vision on other areas, and it can easily to compromise other areas, maybe emotional, intellectual, spiritual intimacy that haven't been fulfilled. And you haven't got the time to assess whether you align in terms of the vision of relationship or values you have in your life. So I would recommend there's no sex before exclusive. And you want to spend time to get to know the other person, get to know their perspective in life, their values, what they're looking for in the relationship. You share the same vision to assess whether are you aligned in those areas, or there could be any potential red flags that you want to pay attention. So leave the sex out of the topics or possibility of the scenario that can happen before the exclusive, to give you both a very solid chance to get to know each other and assess the alignments. So that's principle number 2. Principle number 3, you don't buy into somebody's potential. What do I mean by that? So when you meet someone, you develop some emotional attachment to them, you like them, for example. Some women say, they're looking for chemistry, but then look at their date situation. Maybe they just separate with their wife, maybe they just have break up with their girlfriend and they haven't cleaned the mess yet. And then you say, oh, I like this guy, I believe that he's gonna change because of me, I can change him. Or maybe he tried to looking for the job, so he kind of in an unsettled period, but you're willing to wait for him. So you buy into their potential, which can backfire on you, because I believe in the dating process, you have to experience the best effort from the guy, right? And if he not able to present the best version of himself, possibly he wouldn't do that when he in the exclusive relationship with you. Because when he meet you for the first time, or when he start getting to know you, he need to show his best foot forward to impress you. And if he's not doing that, then forget about you're going to do that in the future. So observe and make your decisions based on the current situation, based on the current information, and decide whether you want to allow that person to enter your life or not. Don't buy into their potential. And I strongly recommend, in my community, Magnetic Women Mastery, I teach professional women to take time to develop their criteria in their potential partner. So if you haven't done that, taking the time to get clarity on what kind of quality that you're looking for from your potential romantic partner. And one of the key requirements is they need to be single. They need to be single. They already in the emotional state that they can engage in the new relationship, right? So principle number 3, don't buy into somebody's potential. Observe and make decision based on the current situation, because your time is so valuable. Don't just wait around for somebody to sort out their mess, or don't wait around for somebody to make up their mind. Because if you do that, the message that you give them that you don't truly value your time. And if you don't truly value your time, you don't truly value yourself, then the universe not gonna value that. So you need to value yourself first. So that principle number 3. Principle number 4, don't wait around for him to schedule a date. Now, what do I mean? So when you start meeting someone, you kind of like that person, and you both create a habit or precedent that you're gonna meet at the weekend or Saturday or Sunday, whatever. And then this week he haven't suggest to go out for a date yet, and you kind of leave Saturday or weekend free for him to schedule a date, but then Thursday, Friday, you still haven't done that. So you kind of like wondering, what happening? And then in the way that you acting, waiting him to schedule a date. And this I'm talking about before exclusive, okay? So instead of doing that, instead of just sit around waiting for him to schedule a date, my advocacy is to continue living your best life, right? You have other connection, could be friends or social events. Keep yourself busy and keep yourself active with your life would create more attraction to someone. Because if you just wait around for somebody to schedule a date, what's that mean? Like, they're just gonna treat you as somebody convenient for their life. No, you want to teach the other person how to teach you, right? And if you have other option in place, they're gonna enhance your attractions because you're gonna be able to have choice. You're gonna be able to option, and whoever have choice and option, that person increase their attractiveness, right? So instead of waiting, sit and waiting around for him to schedule it, my recommendation that you're gonna carry on living your best life. Go out with your friends, and if somebody asks you out for it, go for it. Don't wait for that person to schedule. And that also gonna tell a message to them. If they want to meet you, they need to communicate proactively and effectively to organize a date for you. Organize a date with you. So that's principle number 4. Principle number 5 is, this is for me, but you come up with your own number. So after 4 dates, if he haven't asked me to be in an exclusive relationship, I would move on. Let me elaborate more. So when you meet someone, after some times, they possibly get to know about you, you get to know about them. Now, in order to progress or make progress in your relationship and move on to the next stage, exclusive, they need to make up their mind. And if after 4 days, they still haven't been able to make up their mind, I would move on. I make up my mind, right? So I pick 4 because I feel after 4 dates, I would give plenty of information for the other person to decide, and for me to decide whether we can be a potential, and we can decide whether we can have a potential relationship or not, right? It's already plenty of opportunity for me and for them to assess our alignments in values, in vision of the relationship, in our view of life, so forth and so forth. So if after 4 dates and they still cannot make up their mind, they're still wandering around, my life is too valuable, my time is too valuable, I'm not going to wait around for them, I'm going to move on. So you pick your own number, whether 3, 4, or 5, up to you. But choose a number that you feel that fair for you and fair for the other person, and make sure in those dates you give enough information for the other person to assess your alignments with them and vice versa. So pick a date for you to decide. After 4 dates, that for me, for you, X number. If they don't ask me to be in an exclusive relationship with them, I'm going to move on, right? And that to tell the universe that you truly value your time, you truly value yourself, and you definitely not going to wait around for somebody to make up their mind. So here you are, 5 key principles in the dating process. I'm going to repeat again. Number 1, if he asks you out, he pay. Number 2, no sex before exclusive. Number 3, don't buy into somebody potential. Number 5, don't wait around for him to schedule a date. And number 4, after 4 dates or X number of dates, if he doesn't ask me to be in an exclusive relationship with him, I'm going to move on. So that's all for today. And if you want to learn more and empower your love life, if you want to be a part of Magnetic Women community, I dropped the link on the description below for you to join the waiting list. So when I release a new course, new intake, I take a new members, I will inform you. And I'm going to see you on the next video.